Welcome to the month of April. I am citrinechaka. Thank you so much for watching the video. We are going to be discussing what you can expect for the month of April. This video will be time stamped, and you can also visit my website where you can look at the monthly summary that I have listed here on the screen. You can also visit my website and receive daily screenshot messages. Now let's get into what you can expect overall in general this month. And then after that, we will get into what each sign can expect based on the energies that are happening. So we start off the month with the sun in a conjunction to Mercury. This is an energy that is great for thinking. It's great for communicating. It's great to take short distance travel or short distance trips when the sun is in a conjunction to Mercury. This is a time where we will be very mentally alert and our adaptability will be at an all-time high. Okay, and that's on April 2nd. And again, remember, don't get caught up on exact dates in astrology, because if you are sensitive to energies, you can very well feel the energies of these aspects before the actual dates that we talk about here. Okay, so let's move on and see what else we can expect. Okay, on April 4th, we have Mars in a conjunction to Saturn. This is an aspect where you might feel yourself becoming angry for no reason at all. This is a very prominent aspect for revenge. If you have any beef with anybody, the fuels of the fire can very well be sparked when Mars is in a conjunction to Saturn. Remember, Mars is the planet of war. Mars is the warrior of the zodiac. So when Mars is in a conjunction to Saturn, what's happening is Mars is helping Saturn have structure, and Saturn is helping Mars to take action. Okay, so be careful around April 4th. Be careful about how you speak to people, your interactions with others. Now, on the flip side, the good aspect of this particular Mars and Saturn conjunction is that your stamina, you will have a lot of stamina and patience. And patience is what is going to be required when Mars is in a conjunction to Saturn. Okay. On April 7th, we have Mercury in a sextile to Saturn. This is an energy where you will have clear thinking, good judgment. You will be able to concentrate for long periods of time under this aspect. And any business dealings will definitely be favored under that aspect. Now, the next day, we have Mercury in a sextile to Mars. This is an aspect that speeds up your mind and your reflexes. Business matters are also favored on this day, and your charisma will be, you will be exuding a certain type of charisma that will attract people to you around April 8th. Now, on April 10th, we do have a bit of a challenge. We have Mercury in a square to Pluto. This is an aspect where a lot of us will have intense interactions. Okay, this is also an aspect where you might find yourself involved in some type of deep thinking. Like you might be fixated on thinking about a certain part of your life around that time. And then on April 12th, we have Jupiter in a conjunction to Neptune. This is an aspect that is good for spiritual development, and it is also an aspect that is good for coming up with abstract ideas. Now, on the same day, we have the Sun in a sextile to Saturn. And this is a great day for patience, perseverance. You will have a great work ethic on this day, and you will be determined to try to not make mistakes. Now, on April 17th, we have Mercury in a sextile to Venus. This is a very friendly, aspects. It's good for relaxing. It's good for unwinding. Just taking the day off and just enjoying, really just not really doing too much. Just doing things that are enjoyable for you. Now on April 18th, we have Mercury in a conjunction to Uranus. This is an aspect that will stimulate your thinking. It will add some excitement to your daily routine. But this is also an aspect where you might tend to be easily distracted. On the same day, we have Venus in a sextile to Uranus. And remember, whenever there is a sextile, that means the planets are helping one another out. Okay? So when Venus is in a sextile to Uranus, you will want excitement. You will want love. You might also have an unexpected windfall of money around this time. But this is a great aspect for making financial moves. Now, on the same day, we have the Sun in a square to Pluto. You have to watch out for ego conflicts on this day. There might be some type of crisis that comes up. On April 24th, we have Mercury in a square to Saturn. This is a day where you have to watch out for negative thinking. This is a day where a lot of people will find themselves talking themselves out of a good thing. Okay, so around April 24th, watch out for negative thinking. Okay, if you find yourself thinking negatively too much, nip it in the bud. Okay, now on April 27th, we have Mercury in a sextile to Jupiter. That is great for planning your future. It is a great aspect for visualizing. Okay, thinking about the bigger picture, visualizing what does your future look like. Now, on April 28th, we have a trine. We have Mercury in a trine to Pluto. And this is a great time for being influential. It's a great time for asking for favors. It's a great time for making sales. So that's April 28th. Now, on April 30th, we have Venus in a conjunction to Jupiter. This is a great day for love. This is a great day for increasing your wealth. It is a great day to experience harmony and happiness. So overall, we will be ending the month on a high note. Now, let's get into the individual horoscopes for each individual sign. Okay, so here we are looking at what Aries can expect this month in April. So we start the month off with the Sun in a conjunction to Mercury in your sign, Aries. Okay, so, and it's happening in your first house. We all know the first house is all about self. Okay, so around the first of the second of the month, you will find yourself thinking about yourself, talking to yourself, doing pep talks to yourself. You might be looking in the mirror, getting ready for work and doing a pep talk. You might find yourself doing a lot of that around the beginning of the month, Aries. This is also a great time for you to take a trip, a short distance trip by yourself. Okay. Because you will have the energy to adapt to different situations. So this is a great time to go exploring. Explore maybe a town that's an hour or so away from you around the beginning of the month. Now, looking at April 4th, we have Mars in a conjunction to Saturn, and it's happening in your area of life that deals with networking. Okay, so around this time, you will have to practice patience. And we all know some Aries do struggle with having patience. So this is happening in your area of life that deals with networking, that deals with friendships. So around this time, you might find yourself butting heads with a friend. You might find yourself creating sort of like an uproar within your networking circle. So remember, around April 4th, stamina and patience are going to be required of you. let's move on and look at what is happening for the rest of the month. So we have on the 7th, we have Mercury in a sextile to Saturn. And when the planets are in a sextile, they are helping one another out. So for you, this is happening in the areas of your life dealing with networking and also dealing with yourself. So you might find yourself by the 7th making good judgments within your networking circle. You might find yourself just thinking clearly. You might have a way of thinking and approaching your friends or dealing or interacting with your friends that is you practicing good judgments. Okay, so you have this energy happening on April 7th, April 8th, as well as April 12th. Okay, so patience, perseverance. You're going to have a great work ethic. Okay, on those dates, April 7th, 8th, and 12th. This is when you will be doing a lot of networking. You will be interacting a lot with your friends around those dates. So remember, practice patience. And one good thing is that you do have a good work ethic. Okay, and you will be feeling like you really don't want to make too many mistakes. So the way that you approach your friends, the way that you network around those dates, is going to be very much diligent. You're going to be very diligent on how you interact with others around those dates. Now let's move on and see what are some challenges you will be facing this month. So for you, you have challenges coming up on April 10th and also April 18th. And I say that because we have some squares happening on those dates. On the 10th, we have Mercury in a square to Pluto. And then on April 18th, you have the Sun in a square to Pluto. Okay. And for you, this is happening in the area of your life that can deal with your career. So related to your career, you will have to watch out for ego conflicts. You might find yourself butting heads with your boss around those dates, April 10th or in April 18th. Okay, these are dates where you will be doing some deep thinking. You will have intense interactions with others. So be very mindful on your job, Aries, because this is coming up for you in your career area. So whether you work for someone or whether you have your own business, whether you just interact with others based on volunteering, whatever it is, you might have someone who is like your boss who you might butt heads with, and it could be a client. Okay, because sometimes when you are self-employed, you might depend on others for income and you might just tend to butt heads with them. So around April 10th and April 18th, be very mindful and try to avoid any crisis that come up. But those are two dates where you might find yourself having very intense interactions with others. And remember, for you, this is related to your career or what you are known for in your community. Okay, so let's move on. So let's see what you can expect based on some things that you do behind the scenes. Some good dates for spiritual development this month for Aries rising is going to be April 12th, April 27th, and April 30th. Okay. On April 12th, you have Jupiter in a conjunction to Neptune, and that is just the perfect time for spiritual development for everyone of every sign. And especially for you, because this is happening in your 12th house. Okay. The 12th house can deal with spiritual development, and you have Jupiter and Neptune right there in a conjunction in your 12th house. So this is going to be the perfect time for you to do some spiritual development. Maybe even some rituals if you're into that also. Now, on the 27th, we have Venus in a conjunction to Neptune. This is a great energy for bonding. The only thing you need to watch out for under this aspect towards the end of the month is fantasizing too much. Okay. Now, on April 30th, we have Venus in a conjunction to Jupiter. This is a great aspect for harmony, for happiness. And it is a great aspect for love and money as well. And that is for everyone of every sign. And let's see what else is happening for you. Now, you do have on April 17th, Mercury is going to be in a sextile to Venus. And for you, it's happening in your area of life that can deal with your finances, okay? And it's happening between your financial sector and your area of life where you kind of like think about things by yourself. So for you on April 17th, April 24th, and April 27th, you're going to be feeling this energy. So on the 17th, you are going to find yourself just wanting to unwind. You're going to find yourself wanting to feel very comforted by what's in your account. So when you think about your finances around the 17th, you are going to want a sense of peace to come over you around that time. And then on the 24th, we have Neptune in a sextile to Mercury. So for you, this is going to be a great time for coming up with creative ways to create a sense of peace in your life related to your finances. So for you, this month, you are going to want a sense of peace when you think about your finances. Like you don't want your finances to stress you. I mean, none of us want to be stressed out by finances, but for you, it's going to be very important. It's going to be like at the top of your list to create financial stability so that you can feel at peace when you think about your finances. And now on the 27th, we have Mercury in a sextile to Jupiter, and you're going to find yourself sitting down peacefully, planning your financial future around that time. Now, also on the 18th, we do have Venus in a sextile to Uranus, and you're going to want to spend some of your money on having a good time around the middle of the month. And let's see what else you can expect this month. We have on the 24th, we have another square that you will have to deal with. And this for you is happening in the area of your life that deals with finances as it relates to friendships. So you are going to have to work hard to keep negative thinking at bay around the 24th. This is an energy that everyone of every sign will have to deal with. And for you, it's happening in your area of life that deals with your finances as it relates to the way you network and the way you interact with your friends. Now, one good thing is that on April 28th, we have a trine. And for you, it's happening in your area of life that deals with your career as it relates to your finances. So for you, this is a great time for you to ask for a raise. It's a great time for you to be influential in your career. You might influence your boss to give you a raise. If you are self-employed, you might find yourself getting additional sales around that time. So that's everything we have for Aries for the month of April. I hope you enjoyed this month, Aries. And now we're moving on to the next sign. So now we are looking at Taurus. This is for Taurus, rising and sun sign Taurus. So we start the month off with the sun in a conjunction to Mercury. And for you, this is happening in the area of your life that can deal with your spirituality. So you might find yourself thinking more about your spirituality as you start the month off. You might find yourself researching some spiritual area that's maybe an hour or two away from where you live. And you might find yourself taking a short distance trip to visit this spiritual place, Taurus. This is a time where you will be very mentally alert to spiritual things as you start the month off. Okay. Now, on April 4th, we have Mars in a conjunction to Saturn. And for you, this aspect is happening in the area of your life that can deal with your career or what you're known for in the public eye. Okay. So you might find yourself having a feeling of revenge that comes over you. You might get into it with a coworker, and you might have a need to take out revenge on someone, or someone might feel that way towards you related to your career around April 4th. Okay. This can be something that you personally experience, or it can be something that you witness. Okay. That is the energy of when Mars is in a sextile to Saturn. You might see more people becoming angry over small things. Okay. And remember, this is for you. This is happening in the area of your life that can deal with your career. So you might notice more of this energy while you are at work, or while you are interacting with your clients if you are self-employed. Now, let's move on and see what else you can expect this month. Because for you, you are going to have a lot of energy in your career sector and also in your private thoughts. On April 7th, we have Mercury in a sextile to Saturn. And for you, this is happening in the area that can deal with your career as it relates to your spirituality or your private thoughts. So you have this energy on April 7th, April 8th, and April 12th. Okay. On April 12th, you have the sun in a sextile to Saturn. And again, remember, this is all happening in your career sector. So you will have a great work ethic around this time. Everyone of every sign will have a great work ethic, because that is the energy of this aspect. But for you, it will be more intense because it's happening in your career sector. Okay. Everyone is going to be influenced by this energy, but for you, being that it's happening in your career sector, you will notice it more on the job, Taurus. Okay. Now let's move on and look at the challenges for you this month. We have on April 10th and April 18th, we have squares going on. On April 10th, we have Mercury in a square to Pluto. And for you, it's happening in the area of your life that can deal with your spirituality as it relates to maybe interacting with other cultures or higher education, things of that nature, maybe even religion. Okay. So you might find yourself doing some deep thinking about various religions and how they interact. And you might find yourself just thinking on a broad scale about, you might be doing some deep thinking about how the religions were formed and how the religions interact with one another and things like that. That's around April 10th. Okay. And on April 18th, you have to watch out for, you might come into contact with someone who is very extreme on their beliefs. So you might have to watch how you interact with this person, or it could be a group of people. You might find yourself being in a debate about religion, the origin of man, and things of that nature. Okay, so that's that's going to be one of your biggest challenges. It's being able to maintain your demeanor in the presence of a very radical and extreme person or group of people. Now let's move on and see what is happening for you in your area of life that deals with networking and friendships. Okay, so on April 12th, we have Jupiter in a sextile to Neptune. And for you, this is happening in the area of your life that can deal with networking. It can deal with your interactions with friends. And you will be coming up with abstract ideas on how to network, how to interact with your friends in a very abstract way. Some of you will even be practicing telepathy with your friends around that time. Now, on April 27th, we have Venus in a conjunction to Neptune, and you will find yourself bonding more with your friends. You will find yourself bonding with your networking groups around that time. And then on April 30th, we have Venus in a conjunction to Jupiter, and this is a time where you will find yourself being in a deep harmony with your friends. You will feel a sense of complete happiness with the way you and your friends are networking and interacting with one another. Now, we also have some sextiles coming up this month. We have Mercury in a sextile to Venus. For you, this is happening in the area of your life that deals with friendships and networking. You will find yourself around the 17th relaxing and just unwinding with friends. You might meet your friends for drinks on the weekend or after work, or you might find yourself meeting up with friends for lunch, things of that nature. So it's going to be a pretty great time for you around the 17th. On the 24th, we have Mercury in a sextile to Neptune. And this is a great time for you to do something relaxing and creative with friends. You will find yourself, maybe you and your friends will be planning an activity that you feel is relaxing and creative. Something like doing painting and wine, where you go and you paint something while you sip wine and, enjoy each other's company. Things of that nature. Now, on the 24th, we have Mercury in a square to Saturn. Okay, and this is happening in the area of your life that deals with your career. So again, when it comes to your career around the 24th, you will have to remember to stay away from negative thinking. Remember, we are all under the influence of Mercury in a square to Saturn. And for you, it's happening in the area of your life that deals with your career. So when it comes to your career, when you find yourself having these negative thoughts, you will have to redirect those thoughts. Okay. Now we do have a trine happening on the 28th. We have Mercury in a trine to Pluto. And this is going to be a great time for you to think about, things such as what does life mean to you and why are we here? Things of that nature. But this is a very influential aspect, and this is a great time for you to ask for favors. And by it happening in the area of your life that can deal with other cultures, this is a great time for you to plan a trip overseas and things of that nature. So overall, that's what I see in store for you, Taurus. Now let's go on to the next sign. Okay, so now we are going to see what is in store for Gemini for the month of April. So Gemini, for you, this month is going to be the concentration of this month for you is going to be surrounding your career and your spirituality. Okay. And I say that because the concentration of energy for this month is going to be in Pisces and also in Taurus. Okay, so we will be looking at what's going on for you as the planets transit Pisces and Taurus. But let's start off with April 2nd. April 2nd, we have the Sun in a conjunction to Mercury, and it's happening in the area of your life that deals with networking, friendships, and also technology. So you will find yourself, as you start the month off, you will find yourself communicating a lot with your friends. Okay. You will find yourself being very adaptable um, to your friends changing plans. Like maybe you and your friends will have plans to meet and they will change the plans at the last minute, but you will find yourself being very adaptable at the beginning of the month as it relates to your friends, your friendship circles and your networking circles. Now on April 4th, you have Mars in a square to Saturn, and it's happening in the area of your life that can deal with religion, it can deal with your interaction with other cultures. So you might find yourself witnessing a lot of anger, a lot of revenge. You might be sitting back and looking at, like we have what's going on overseas now. You might find yourself just sitting back and spending almost the whole day looking at what's going on in other cultures as they have this anger and revenge towards one another. Okay, that is the energy of when Mars is in a conjunction to Saturn. You might notice anger in others very quickly, or you might be very in tune to the anger of others. Like you might be having a conversation with someone, and even though they're not communicating to you that they are angry, you will pick up on anger in the person around that time. Around April 4th, it is going to be easy to pick up on the anger of others. That is the energy of when Mars is in a sextile. When Mars is in a conjunction to Saturn. That's on April 4th. Now let's see what else you can expect this month, Gemini. So this month, you and your friends are going to be having a lot of discussions about other cultures. Okay. This is going to be a time where you feel you might be moved to help other cultures. You might even be moved to start a business in another country, or you might be moved to go into business with someone from another culture around April 7th, April 8th, and April 12th, because that is the energy that is going to be happening for you. Okay. On April 12th, you have the Sun in a sextile to Saturn. This is a day where you will have good work ethic. And a lot of you are thinking more so on a broader scale. Okay. You're not just thinking about your local community. A lot of you Gemini risings are thinking more so on a broader scale in April. So let's see what else you can expect. Now, you do have some challenges to deal with. We have some squares. On April 10th, we have Mercury in a square to Pluto. And for you, this is happening in the area of your life that deals with networking and friendships as it relates to other people's money. It can also relate to, excuse me, transformation as well. You have the same energy on April 18th when the Sun is in a square to Pluto. You might notice some type of crisis that comes up. There could be some intense experience that you will have to deal with as it relates to other people's money. You might be giving someone advice on how to handle their money, things of that nature. So that is going to be a challenge for you because you might have to try to advise someone on what is the best plan of action that they should take related to their finances around that time. Now, let's look at what you can expect as far as your career this month. Okay. On the 12th, we have Jupiter in a conjunction to Neptune, and you will find yourself coming up with abstract ideas that will help you move along in your career around April 12th. On April 27th, you have Venus in a conjunction to Neptune, and it's happening in your career area. You will find yourself bonding more with your coworkers. You will find yourself bonding more with, if you're in sales, you will find yourself bonding more with your clients. And on April 30th, we have Venus in a conjunction to Jupiter. This is a great aspect for you to increase your income as it relates to your career around April 30th. So you do end the month on a great note. Now, let's see what else you can expect. So, as far as your career is concerned, on April 17th, we have Mercury in a sextile to Venus. And this is a great time for you to take the day off because you will feel like relaxing. You will feel like you just want to unwind around the 17th. You will feel like, you know what? I know I have this project I'm working on, but I really need to take a day or two off. Okay, so around the 17th, it won't be a bad time for you to take some time off. Now on April 24th, we have Mercury in a sextile to Neptune. This is going to be another day of creativity. You are going to be filled with creative ideas as it relates to your career. Now on April 27th, we have Mercury in a sextile to Jupiter. And this is going to be a great day for you to plan your future, any future career moves you've been thinking about. This is a great day for visualizing, and it's also a great day for socializing at work. Now, on April 18th, we do have Venus in a sextile to Uranus. And this is a day where you will want excitement on the job. So this is a great day if you are working or if you're self-employed. This is a great day to kind of have a team building exercise. Like maybe you and your coworkers meet for work meet for dinner after work, or maybe you all get together and go to Top Golf. This is a great day for team building, okay? Because for you, it is happening in the area of your life that deals with your career. All right, and let's see what else you can expect this month. Now, we do have another square you need to deal with. We have Mercury in a square to Saturn, and this is an aspect where a lot of people will be overcome with negative thinking. And for you, it has something to do with dealing with people of other cultures. So around that time, you will have to remember when you find yourself thinking negatively about other cultures, or it might be that you are thinking negatively about higher education or vaccination, whatever it is, you will have to curb your negative thinking around that time. And we end the month with the trine on the 28th. So if you are in the market for applying for a loan, April 28th is going to be a good time because you are going to be very influential, and it's happening in the area of your life that deals with other people's money. So let's go on to the next sign. Okay, this is for Cancer and Cancer rising. So Cancer, being that there's going to be a concentration of energies in Pisces and Taurus this month, for you, this is happening in the area of your life that deals with networking, and also in the area of your life that can deal with higher education, legal matters, foreign countries, things of that nature. That is going to be the concentration of energies for Cancer risings this month. So let's see what you can expect. Well, you start the month off with the sun in a conjunction to Mercury in your career area. So you're going to find yourself doing a lot of communicating on the job or in your business or whatever you're known for in your community. You're going to find yourself doing a lot of communicating. You could even be doing some traveling related to work as you start the month off. Okay. Now, on April 4th, there's going to be Mars in a conjunction to Saturn, and it's happening for you in the area of your life that can deal with community property. It can deal with death, transformation, rebirth, things of that nature. So you might find yourself having to pay a fine for something, because a lot of times the eighth house, it can deal with fines. It can deal with bailing someone out. It can deal with bankruptcy, joint savings, because it can deal with other people's money. It can deal with the money you share with someone. So if you are in a situation where you share money with someone, share an account with someone, you might find yourself butting heads over that money that is shared around the 4th, Cancer. Okay, remember, this can relate to community property as well. If you have business partners and you guys share property, if you have community property, you could find yourself disagreeing about what to do with that property around the 4th. Because when Mars is in a conjunction to Saturn, the energy of that can sometimes be anger and revenge. Okay, but one good thing about this aspect is that it gives us a boost of stamina and patience. So even though on one side of the coin, we could be noticing more anger in ourselves, we are also noticing that our patience and stamina is being built up as well. Now, on April 7th, we have Mercury in a sextile to Saturn, and it's happening in the area of your life that can deal with your career as it relates to your transformation. So you're going to find yourself having good judgment as it relates to the transformation you're trying to see in your career. Your concentration is going to be great. And this is a good time for you to start talks with your coworkers or your boss or your clients about how you can move up in your line of work, whether you're self-employed or whether you work for someone else. Now, on April 8th, we have Mercury in a sextile to Mars. And again, this is happening in your career sector. Your thoughts about your career are going to be sped up. Any talks you have going on with your coworkers or your clients are going to go well around that time, because this is an aspect where your charisma is going to be shining. And for you, this is happening in the area of your life that deals with your career as it relates to your transformation. So this is a great time for you to start the talks about how you can move up, how you can get a raise or a promotion, things of that nature. Okay. Now, let's see what else you can expect. Let's look at what's transiting Pisces for you. So on April 12th, we have Jupiter in a conjunction to Neptune. You will find yourself coming up with abstract ideas as it relates to maybe there's a journey you want to take overseas. You will find yourself coming up with these ideas about how you can bring that into form, how you can manifest that. Let's see, on April 27th, we have Venus in a conjunction to Neptune there in Pisces. This is a great time where some Cancers, you have the potential for a new romance with someone from another culture. Okay, you might find yourself, if you're not in the market for romance, you might find yourself bonding with someone or some people from other cultures around that time. Okay, or you might find yourself interacting with people from other cultures. You might find yourself um, planning a wedding, or you might find yourself talking about a wedding with someone. You might have a friend who's planning a wedding, or someone who you meet and you guys just start talking about a wedding around that time. Now on April 30th, we have Venus in a conjunction to Jupiter. And again, it is the same type of energy because it's happening in that same area of your life, the same area that can deal with legal matters, transformation, other cultures. It is going to be a great way to end the month because if you are single, you might find yourself falling in love with someone from another culture by the end of this month. Now, let's see what else you can expect. On April 17th, we have Mercury in a sextile to Venus, and this is great for you to network. It is a great time for you and your friends to plan a long distance trip. And it is a great time for everyone of every sign to just relax and unwind towards the middle of the month. Now, there is a square you have to deal with on April 24th. You have Mercury in a square to Saturn, and it's happening in the area of your life that deals with friendships and transformation. So there might be a negative thought that you're having related to your friendships and the way that your friendship is affecting your transformation in life. Okay, so you and your friends will have to watch out for negative thinking around April 24th. Okay. Now, on April 28th, there is a trine. We have Mercury in a trine to Pluto, and this is great for relationships. It's great for partnerships. You might find yourself, you and your friends will be very influential towards one another. It's going to be a mutual exchange going on between you and your friends around that time. So the end of the month is going to be a great time for most signs. So that's everything I have for you, Cancer. Let's go on to the next sign. And now we are looking at Leo sun sign and Leo rising. So Leos, for you, the concentration of energies that is going to be transiting Pisces as well as Taurus this month is happening in your career sector as well as your transformation sector. So let's see what you can expect this month. You start the month off thinking on a broad scale, okay? With the sun in a conjunction to Mercury in the area of your life that can deal with legal matters, it can deal with foreign cultures, things of that nature. You will find that you're thinking on a broad scale. You might have a trip that you've been planning for several years now. You might find yourself being very alert, doing some research on that. Okay. Now, also on April 4th, we have Mars in a conjunction to Saturn, and it's happening in your partnership area. Okay. So if you are in a committed relationship, you might have feelings of revenge that start bubbling up within you. You might think about something your partner said or did years ago, and a feeling of revenge might start bubbling up within you. At this time, you have to remember patience. And one good thing about this aspect is that stamina and patience are one of the good features of this aspect. Okay, so stamina and patience is a good feature, whereas revenge and anger is the dark side of this aspect. Okay, so you are going to have to balance this aspect, Mars in a conjunction to Saturn. Okay, on one hand, it can be a good aspect. On the other hand, it can be a very challenging aspect. Okay, because remember, everyone of every sign, we all deal with the same aspects. It's just that we deal with them in different areas of the chart. And for you this month, Leo, this aspect of Mars in a conjunction to Saturn is happening in your partnership area. Whether it's business partnerships or romantic partnerships, you will have to have a balance. Any feelings of revenge or anger that are coming up towards your partner, you will have to redirect that. Redirect that energy and remember to have patience. Okay, so that's around April 4th. And remember, never get caught up on exact dates in astrology, because even though the exact date is April 4th, you can start feeling the energy maybe a week before April 4th, and you could be feeling the energy maybe a week after April 4th. So we give you dates to try to hone in on around the time that you will be feeling this energy. Because remember, some of us are sensitive to energies. Okay, more and more people are awakening to their psychic abilities, their intuition, their empathic sides. So we are entering an era where people are more aware of the energies that are happening. People are more aware of the as above, so below meaning. Okay, more and more people are implementing these things into their lives. Okay, so let's get back into the what Leos can expect. Okay, so that's around April 4th. Now, on April 7th, you have Mercury in a sextile to Saturn, and it's happening in the area of your life that deals with partnerships as it relates to legal matters. So this is a great time for you and your partner to further your endeavors. Any business dealings you have with a business partner, this is a great time for you to sign a contract with your business partner. This is a great time if you are dating someone and you feel like it's the time to get married. This is a great time to get married. For those of you who are in the arena or who are ready to get married. Okay, so that is on April 7th. Now on April 8th, we have Mercury in a sextile to Mars. And it is basically the same energy because we have Mercury in Aries and Mars in Aquarius. This is another great day for business contracts. It is a great day for proposing if you are in a relationship. This is a great day for proposing. This is a great day to get married. Your charisma, you will be attracting to you the things that you have been trying to manifest. You will find yourself attracting those things because the energy of when Mercury is in a sextile to Mars, you tend to attract to you the things that you're thinking about. Because remember, Mercury is a planet that deals with communication, it deals with thoughts. Mars is the planet of action. And when you have these two planets helping each other out, Mercury is helping Mars take action. Mars is helping Mercury bring thoughts into manifestation mode. So April 7th, April 8th, this is going to be great days for business dealings, great days for marriage, great days for concentration also, because on the 7th, Mercury is in a sextile to Saturn. On the 8th, Mercury is in a sextile to Mars. So April 7th, April 8th are going to be great days for business dealings and great days for partnerships as well, romantic partnerships as well as business partnerships. Okay, so let's see here. On April 12th, we have the Sun in a sextile to Saturn. This is another great day for perseverance and patience, because your relationship sector, partnership sector is going to be involved, and it's going to show you where you need to be more patient and where you have been patient and where it is paying off for you to be patient as it relates to your partnerships. Now, let's look at your career. On the 18th, we have Mercury in a conjunction to Uranus. Okay, this is a day where you will be easily distracted on the job, Leo. Because when Mercury is in a conjunction to Uranus, your thinking is stimulated. But what is also stimulated is your need for excitement. So if you have the type of job where you go to work and sit at your desk every day, you are going to want to switch up that routine around the 18th. Okay, so remember, around April 18th, it is a time where you will be easily distracted on your job. Now, also, you have Venus in a sextile to Uranus on the same day. And again, this is the need for excitement. And it's also a great day for you if you participate in games of chance. It's a great day for you to buy a lottery ticket, things of that nature. Because when Venus is in a sextile to Uranus, a lot of times you see an unexpected windfall of money. It could be an unexpected windfall of money. You might receive an unexpected gift from someone around that time. Excuse me. Now, one thing you do need to watch out for on the 18th, we have the Sun in a square to Pluto. And this is a day where when you are going about your daily routine, you might experience an ego conflict with other people. Okay, because for you, it's happening in the area of your life that can deal with your daily routine. So you might experience some type of intense interaction with someone around the 18th. So just watch out for that, Leo. Now, on the 24th, we have Mercury in a square to Saturn, and it's happening in the areas of your life dealing with career and partnerships. We have Mercury in Taurus, and we have Saturn in Aquarius. Okay, Mercury in Taurus is in your career sector. Saturn in Aquarius is in your partnership area. So you will have to watch out for negative thinking related to your career as it relates to your partnerships around that time. Okay, but it is also a great day for relaxing. It's a great day for being creative. And it's a great day for participating in some type of spiritual practice, whether it's just prayer or meditation, meditative walking. It's a great day to do something like that related to your career. It's because it's happening in the area that can deal with your career. So if you're at work and you find yourself thinking too negatively or getting bogged down with negative thoughts, around the 24th, it is going to do you wonders to go out in nature on your lunch break. Okay, if you normally sit at your desk and eat lunch, on this day, try to get outside. Try to get out and get some fresh air. If you can, take your shoes off at lunch and go walk in the park. Something like that is going to do you wonders around the 24th, Leo. Now, on the 27th, we have Mercury in a sextile to Jupiter, and it's happening in your career sector as it relates to your transformation. This is a great day for you to do some future planning as it relates to your career and your transformation. Okay, and it's also a great day to do some socializing with your coworkers as well, Leo. Now, on the 28th, we have Mercury in a trine to Pluto. This is a great day for you to ask for what you want on your job or in your business. Okay? If you've been courting a client, trying to get them to sign the dotted line, this is a great day to just come out and ask them for the business around the 28th, because we have Mercury in Taurus in a trine to Pluto in Capricorn. Okay, so this is a great day for asking for favors. It's a great day for asking for the business. You're trying to get more clients, you're trying to network, even if you have a job and you're trying to move up on the job, this is a great day to ask for it. Now, on April 30th, we have Venus in a conjunction to Jupiter, and it's happening for you in your area of life that deals with your transformation. So overall, this should be a great end to the month for you, Leo. So let's go on to the next sign. Okay, so we are looking at Sun sign Virgo and Virgo risings. So Virgo, for you, the concentration is going to be on partnerships and also legal matters this month. And I say that because we have a lot of transits happening in Pisces and a lot of transits happening in Taurus. And for you, Pisces is your 7th house, which is dealing with your partnerships. And Taurus, for you, is your 9th house in dealing with legal matters, overseas travel, other cultures, philosophy, higher education, things of that nature. So let's see what you can expect this month. So you start the month off with Mars in a conjunction to Saturn, and it's happening in your area of life that can deal with your health or your daily routine. So you will have to practice a lot of patience as you go about your daily routine, because unlike a lot of other signs, for you, there's going to be something that angers you more so on a daily basis in April. And it could be something very small, like maybe you are on your way to work and traffic is just making you angry. Maybe the way somebody's pouring the coffee in the break room, just little things you will find seem to tick you off this month, Virgo. Because again, this is happening in your 6th house. Your 6th house deals with your daily routine. Okay, so just remember that as you go throughout the month. But one thing is that this is building up your stamina and it's building up your patience on a daily basis. Okay. Now, on April 7th, we have Mercury in a sextile to Saturn. And for you, this is happening in your area of life that deals with your daily routine. So you will find that your concentration is going to be at an all-time high this month, Virgo. Okay. The energy of when Mercury is in a sextile to Saturn, you tend to have clear thinking, good judgment, and this is a great time for you to pitch an idea, because Mercury in Aries is happening in your area of life that deals with other people's money. And then you have Saturn in Aquarius happening in the area that deals with your daily routine. So this is a great time for you to pitch a business idea and receive funding from someone else. Okay. Now on April 10th, you have Mercury in a square to Pluto, and it's happening for you in the area of your life that can deal with romance. So a lot of you Virgos might find that around the 10th, you have an intense interaction with maybe someone who you are romantically involved with around the 10th. So just watch out for that. Now, on the 12th, we have Jupiter in a sextile to Neptune in the area of your life that deals with partnerships. So if whether you're single or attached, you will find yourself coming up with abstract ideas to boost your partnerships, whether it's business partnerships or romantic partnerships. You will find yourself coming up with new ideas, abstract ideas related to that connection you have with someone else. Now, on the 17th, we have Mercury in a sextile to Venus. This is a great day to go out on dates. It's a great day to visit museums. It's a great day to even maybe go to a wedding or help plan a wedding for a lot of Virgos. And it's a great day overall for every sign. This is a great day for relaxing and unwinding. Okay. Now on the 18th, you have Venus in a sextile to Uranus. And this is a time where you are going to want fun and excitement. Okay, it's a great day for finance. It's a great day for planning a wedding. And I say that because you have Venus in Pisces in your partnership sector, and you have Uranus and Taurus in your sector that can deal with legal matters. This is a great time for planning a party, maybe planning an engagement party, planning a wedding, things of that nature. A lot of Virgos, you might be involved in around that time of the month. Now, on April 24th, you have a square to deal with. You have Mercury in a square to Saturn. And this is a time where everyone of every sign will have to watch out for negative thinking. And for you, this is happening in the area of your life that deals with your daily routine. So if you find yourself thinking too negatively about something you do on a daily basis, this is a time for you to kind of take a step back and think about ways to relax. And this is also a time where you will find relief in being creative, Virgo. Okay, so around the 24th, if you find yourself thinking too negatively, find a creative outlet, because Mercury in a sextile to Neptune is going to help you with your creativity around that time as well. So even though you have that square to deal with, you also have a sextile that's going to be helping you out around that time. Now, on the 27th, you have Mercury in a sextile to Jupiter, and this is a great time for visualizing and planning your future with your partner, whether it's business partner or romantic partner. And if you're single, it's still a great time for you to visualize what does your future partnership look like, okay? And one good thing is that on the same day, we have Venus in a conjunction to Neptune. This energy is happening in your partnership area. So even if you are single, you do have the potential for a new romance around the end of the month. Okay, so that's everything I have for Virgo. Let's go on to the next sign. We're looking at Libra Sun and Libra Rising. Okay, Libra, you start the month off with the Sun in a conjunction to Mercury in your partnership area. So a lot of Libras will find yourselves communicating more with your partner at the beginning of the month. You might find yourself thinking more about your partner, whether it's business partner or romantic partner. You might find yourself even taking a little weekend trip with your partner as you start the month off. Let's see, what day is April 2nd? Because that's going to be a perfect time to take a getaway for Libras. April 2nd is a Saturday. So a lot of Libras, this is a great weekend for getting in the car, you and your partner, and taking a nice, short, romantic weekend getaway. Okay? So April 2nd is going to be a great time for Libra risings and sun sign Libras to take a getaway with your partner. Okay? Now, on April 4th, we have Mars in a conjunction to Saturn. And it's happening in the area of your life that can deal with romance. Now, this aspect has two sides. The good side is that your stamina and patience are going to be increased as it relates to your romantic life, also your kids and your creativity. The the dark side of this aspect is that anger and revenge can come up. So whether this is related to romance or creativity or kids, this is two sides of this aspect that you might have to deal with. Hopefully you only have to deal with the stamina and patience side of it, because this aspect, it does build up your stamina and patience. So everyone of every sign will have this aspect to deal with, but it's happening in different areas of the chart based on your sign. So Libra, for you, this conjunction of Mars and Saturn is happening in Aquarius. And for you, Aquarius happens to be your area of life that can deal with either romance or kids or creativity. So you might have some type of anger or revenge to deal with related to your kids or kids in general. You might have anger and revenge to deal with in relation to a romance you're having. You might have anger and revenge related to a creative project you're working on. Okay, remember, stamina and patience is what this aspect is trying to have you focus on. Okay, so try not to focus on the anger and revenge. Try to focus on stamina and patience at this time. Now, on the 7th, we have Mercury in a sextile to Saturn, and it's happening in relation to your partnerships as it relates to romance. So, having a date night, let's see what day of the week. That's a Friday. No, that's a Thursday night. So Thursday, April 7th is going to be a great time for you to go out on a date, to take your partner out, because you will have good judgment. So you will pick a nice restaurant or you will pick a good location for you guys to connect. Now on April 8th, you have Mercury in a sextile to Mars. And this is a day where your charisma will be given a boost. And for you, it's happening in the areas of your life that deals with partnerships and romance. So even if you are single, you will find that your charisma is going to be attracting people to you like a magnet, which is really great. On April 12th, you have Jupiter in a conjunction to Neptune, and you will find yourself just coming up with abstract ideas as it relates to your health. So there could be something that, it could be something you're working on as far as your health is concerned. And you might find yourself coming up with ideas that you have never thought of before. So it could be a new supplement you start thinking about taking, or it could be a tea mixture you're putting together. There's going to be something new that comes about for you, Libra. This is also a great day for spiritual development as well, for everyone of every sign. On the same day, April 12th, we have the Sun in a sextile to Saturn. And this is a great day for patience in your partnerships. It is a great day for displaying patience and perseverance. in relation to romance and partnerships for Libras. Now, on April 18th, you do have a square to deal with. You have the sun in a square to Pluto, and it's happening for you. The sun is in Aries in your partnership sector, and then Pluto is in Capricorn in your sector that can deal with home and family. So you might find yourself getting into a conflict with your partner over something that needs to be done around the house around that day. Now, on April 24th, you have Mercury in a sextile to Neptune. This is going to be a great day for relaxing, and for participating in something that is spiritually transforming for you. And I'm saying transforming because it's happening in your area of life that can deal with transformation. We have Mercury and Taurus in your transformation area, and then we have Neptune and Pisces in your area that can deal with your daily routine. It can also deal with your health. So it's a great day for doing something that will transform your health. Participating in some type of spiritual practice, maybe such as yoga or meditation. That will be great for you to participate in around the 24th. And then on the 27th, we have Mercury in a sextile to Jupiter. And this is good for planning your future and visualizing the changes you want to see happen within your health. Okay, you might be thinking about something health-wise. Health is going to play a major role in your decisions this month, Libra. Health is going to be a big factor for you this month. Okay. But you do end the month on a great note. You have Venus in a conjunction to Jupiter in the area that deals with your health and or your daily routine. You're going to feel a sense of harmony and happiness about everything that you've been working on as far as your health and your transformation is concerned. So you end the month on a great note. So let's go on to the next sign. Okay, we are looking at what you can expect. This is for Scorpio Sun and Scorpio Rising. So Scorpio, this month, the planets are doing more transiting in your area of life that deals with romance and or kids and or creativity. And also, there's a lot of transits going on in Taurus. And for you, Taurus is your area of life that deals with partnerships. So the concentration for Scorpios and Scorpio risings, the concentration is going to be on partnerships and also on romance. Okay, and whatever the fifth house governs. Okay, so on April 4th, we have Mars in a conjunction to Saturn. And for you, this is happening in your area of life that deals with your home and family. So everyone of every sign will have to deal with this aspect. It's just that for you, it's going to be concentrated in your area of life that deals with home and family. So you have to practice patience because under this aspect, anger and revenge can be bubbling up for a lot of people. And it's concentrated in your home and family area, which says that for a lot of Scorpios, there could be something bubbling up, some type of anger and revenge that is bubbling up for Scorpios and Scorpio risings. And it could be bubbling up within you, or you could notice that anger and revenge is bubbling up in someone within your home and family environment. Okay, that is the energy of when Mars is in a conjunction to Saturn. On one hand, you have the stamina and patience. On the other hand, you have the anger and revenge. And for you, Scorpio, this energy is happening in the area of life that deals with home and family. So remember stamina and patience as you navigate April. Okay. But one good thing is that on April 7th, Mercury will be in a sextile to Saturn. So Saturn is in Aquarius in your home and family area. Mercury is in Aries in your daily routine area. So this is saying that you will have clear thinking as it relates to your home and family. You will be displaying good judgment as it relates to your home and family and your daily routine, and your concentration will be on point as it relates to your home and family around April 7th. Okay. Now, let's look at on April 12th, you have Jupiter in a conjunction to Neptune. And whether you're single or attached, you will be coming up with exciting abstract ideas to bring about romance in your life for a lot of Scorpios. Not every Scorpio, but for a lot of Scorpios. If this is not related to romance for you, it could be related to kids. You could be coming up with abstract ideas to inspire children. Okay? If it's not related to children, you could be coming up with some type of creative project that you're working on around that time. Okay. Now, on April 17th, we have Mercury in a sextile to Venus. And it's happening for you between your partnership area and your romance area. So this is a fun, loving aspect. So if you are attached or involved with anyone, let's see what day of the week is April 17th. April 17th is a Sunday. This is a great day for going on a walk in the park, Scorpio. This is a great day for taking your partner on a walk in the park, a romantic walk in the park. It's a great day for relaxing. It's a great day for unwinding. And hopefully the weather is going to be nice also, because it's a great day for a romantic picnic as well for a lot of Scorpios. Now on April 18th, we have Mercury in a conjunction to Uranus, and it's happening for you in your partnership area. So this is a great time for adding excitement to your partnerships, whether it's business partnership or romantic partnership. This is a great day for adding a little bit of excitement into your relationship around the 18th. Okay. Now, this is not a great day for signing a contract, because with Uranus being involved, you might tend to be easily distracted. Okay. Also on the same day, you have Venus in a sextile to Uranus. And this is an energy where your need for fun and excitement will be increased. But it's also a great day where you might have an unexpected surprise from your romantic partner or your long-term committed partnership. You might have an unexpected surprise around the 18th. Now, on the 24th, you have Mercury in a sextile to Neptune. This is a great day for you and your partner to relax together. If you're involved in a creative project, this is a great day for creativity. And this is also a great day for you and your partner to do some meditation together, something spiritually based, because when Mercury is in a sextile to Neptune, it's great for spiritual activities as well. And then on April 27th, we have Mercury in a sextile to Jupiter. And this is a great day for you and your partner to sit down and plan your future together. It is a great day for you and your partner to visualize together. And it's also a great day for going on double dates, because it's a great day for socializing as well. Now, on April 27th, we have Venus in a conjunction to Neptune, and it's happening in your romantic sector. So this is a great day for bonding. If you're dating someone, it's a great day for bonding. It's a great day for new romance as well. Okay. Now, if you're not involved with anyone, this could be related to your interaction with children. You could find yourself bonding more with children. Okay. Maybe guiding them, acting as a mentor, things like that, when Venus is in a conjunction to Neptune in your 5th house. Now, on April 28th, we have Mercury in a trine to Pluto. And this is a day where you will find yourself, the words that you speak will be very influential to others. Okay. This is a great day for talking your partner into buying something or doing something, because of the fact that Pluto is in Capricorn in your 3rd house. The 3rd house is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is all about communicating. And the fact that it's in a trine, Mercury is in a trine to Pluto, and Pluto is in the house that is ruled by Mercury. So they're all in a trine. This is a great day for asking for favors, and it's a great day for being influential in your partnerships as well. So overall, you end the month on a high note, feeling like you are very harmonious and happy. So that's what I have for Scorpio. Let's go on to the next sign. Okay, so this is going to be for Sagittarius rising as well as Sagittarius sun sign. So Sagittarius, this month, the concentration of energies for you is going to be in your home and family area, and also in your daily routine / health area. So let's see what's happening. On April 2nd, we have the sun in a conjunction to Mercury, and it's happening in the area of your life that can deal with romance and or kids and or creative projects. So you will find yourself communicating more with a romantic partner, or communicating more with kids. Or you might find yourself thinking more and more about a creative project. But this is a great time for you to, if you are dating, this is a great time for you to take your date on sort of like a weekend trip somewhere. Now, on April 4th, we have Mars in a conjunction to Saturn. And for you, it's happening in your area of your life that can deal with communications. So you might find that you're communicating in an angry way, or you might find that other people are communicating to you in a very angry manner. So your task is to remain patient. And this is helping to build up your stamina. Your stamina to know when to say something and when not to say something. Okay, so remember that as you navigate the month of April, Sagittarius. Now, on April 10th, we have Mercury in a square to Pluto. And for you, Pluto is in Capricorn in your 2nd house, which is the house of finances. Mercury is in Aries in your 5th house, which can deal with romance. You might find yourself doing some deep thinking about, let's say you're dating, you might find yourself doing some deep thinking about how much money do you want to spend on this date. If it's not related to romance, you might find yourself doing deep thinking about how much money do you want to spend on this creative project. If it's related to children, you might find yourself thinking, how much money do I want to spend on this project related to children or related to my children. Okay, so just remember that around April 10th. Now, on April 12th, you have Jupiter in a conjunction to Neptune. You will find yourself coming up with abstract ideas about how to improve your home around that time. On April 17th, you have Mercury in a sextile to Venus. This is a great time for you to do something relaxing with your family. So a lot of Sagittarius around April 17th, you will find yourself doing something fun with your family. You might find yourself relaxing or doing something unwinding. You might think about taking your family to the beach or taking your family to the park and just unwinding and relaxing around that time. Now, on April 18th, Mercury is going to be in a conjunction to Uranus, and you will find that you want to add excitement to your daily routine. Okay, your thinking is going to be stimulated, but you will be easily distracted. So just remember that. Now, on the same day, you have the Sun in a square to Pluto. And this is a day where you might find yourself being in a bit of a conflict with someone else. And it could have something to do with finances. So just remember that. So the Sun is going to be in Aries in your area of life that can deal with romance or kids or creative project. Pluto is going to be in Capricorn in the area of life that deals with finances. So you might get into a conflict with a romantic partner over finances. You might get into a conflict with your kids over finances, or you might just have an internal conflict about a creative project that you're working on. Okay, that's around the 18th. Now, on April 24th, you have Mercury in a sextile to Neptune. And this is a time where relaxing, being creative, and doing something spiritual around your home is going to do you wonders. Okay. On April 27th, we have Mercury in a sextile to Jupiter. And this is going to be a great time for you to plan some things for your home, plan some things for your family, some future plans. This is a great time for you to do future planning surrounding your health and your home and your family. This is a great time to visualize what you want as far as your health, what you want as far as your home and family environment around that time. And you do end the month on a great note. You have Venus in a conjunction to Jupiter in your home and family area. You will feel a sense of harmony, a sense of happiness, and it's a great way to end the month. So that's everything I have for you. Let's go on to the next sign. Okay, now we are looking at Capricorn Sun and Capricorn risings. So Capricorn, being that the concentration of transits this month is happening in Pisces and Taurus. For you, Pisces is your third house, which can deal with communications. It can deal with short distance travel. And then Taurus is dealing with romance, children, or creative projects. So that is going to be the concentration of the planets are going to be concentrated in those areas for you this month. But let's see how you start the month off. So on April 2nd, you have the Sun in a conjunction to Mercury in your home and family area. So you might be piling your family in the car and saying, let's go drive an hour or two to the beach. Okay. But you will be communicating a lot with your family at the start of the month. And if you're not communicating a lot with your family, you will find yourself thinking a lot about your family at the beginning of the month, Capricorn. Now, On April 4th, we have Mars in a conjunction to Saturn. And for you, it is happening in the area of your life that can deal with finances and material comforts. The energy of this aspect is asking you to have stamina and patience. And if you are not embracing patience related to your finances, and if you are not exhibiting stamina in being able to stick to a budget, things of that nature, then you will be subjected to the other side of this aspect. The other side is anger and revenge. You could find yourself looking at your finances, and if they're not where you want them to be, you could find anger welling up inside of you. Okay? So just remember that one side of this aspect is to develop your stamina and patience. So if you find yourself being angry about your finances not being what you want them to be, try to focus more on building up your stamina to stick to a budget and things of that nature. Now, on April 7th, we have Mercury in a sextile to Saturn. This is an energy where you will be thinking clearly about your finances. Your concentration will be good, and you will be exhibiting good judgment as it relates to your finances and building up your home environment. Okay. Now, on April 8th, we have the same type of energy. We have Mercury in a sextile to Mars. It is great for business matters. And it is also a time where you will feel like you are attracting to you the things you want to see as far as your finances and your home environment are concerned. One example I can give is that you might think to yourself, I would love to have a waterfall at the entrance of my in my foyer. The next thing you know, you just happen to find this beautiful waterfall that will fit perfectly in your foyer. Something like that will be happening for a lot of Capricorns around the April 8th. And, it might not be a waterfall, but it could be a painting, or it can be just something related to beautifying your home. But it's something that you're going to have to spend money on, but you will feel good about it because you feel like you have attracted that to you because you've been thinking about it. Now, on April 12th, we have Jupiter in a conjunction to Neptune. And this is a time where you will find yourself thinking about a lot of abstract things around April 12th. On the same day, you have the Sun in a sextile to Saturn. Excuse me. And when the Sun is in a sextile to Saturn, when the Sun is in a sextile to Saturn, your work ethic will be at an all-time high. So you might find yourself buying something for the home, and then when you get it into your house, you might find yourself working on getting it situated exactly where you want it. Okay? And you will be determined not to make mistakes. So you might find yourself having a ruler and just measuring it. It could be something like you putting up a painting and you're measuring everything because you want to have it situated just perfectly. That is the aspect. That is the energy of when the Sun is in a sextile to Saturn. Now, on April 18th, we have Mercury in a conjunction to Uranus. And it's happening in the area of your life that deals with either romance or creativity or kids. Your thinking will be stimulated. So you might be thinking of new romantic ideas. You might be thinking of new creative ideas, or you might even be thinking about ways to stimulate a child's imagination around that time. Excuse me. On the same day, We have Venus in a sextile to Uranus. So not only will you be thinking about ways to stimulate your thinking, but you will also have the need for fun and excitement around that time. Now, on April 24th, we have Mercury in a square to Saturn. And this is a day that you have to watch out for negative thinking. This is happening between the area of your life that deals with finances and romance. So you might find yourself thinking negatively about the money you're spending on a date, or you might find yourself thinking negatively about the money you're spending on a creative project. Whatever it is, this is a time for you to do the mental work, but throw out the negative thinking. Okay? Now, on April 27th, we have Mercury in a sextile to Jupiter. And this is going to be a great day for planning your future, planning what you want to see as far as how you communicate with a romantic partner or how you communicate with children, things of that nature. This is a great time for visualizing and also socializing. Now, on April 30th, we have Venus in a conjunction to Jupiter, and this is an aspect where you will be communicating how much you love something. You will be communicating in a very harmonious and happy way. And I say that because this is happening in your third house. The third house is ruled by Mercury. It's all about communicating, how you communicate, how you travel, things of that nature. So you do end the month on a great note, Capricorn. So let's go on to the next sign. Okay, Aquarius. This is for sun sign Aquarius and rising sign Aquarius. So Aquarius, this month, the concentration for you is going to be between your finances and your home and your family. Now, you do start the month off communicating a lot. With the sun in a conjunction to Mercury in your area of life that can deal with communications and short distance travel, you will find yourself communicating a lot. You might also find yourself thinking about transportation and things like that at the start of the month. On April 4th, you have Mars in a conjunction to Saturn in your area of life that deals with your self-image, things of that nature. So you have to remember stamina and patience. You have to have patience with yourself. And if you find that you are feeling angry about something, some aspect of your life that you want to change, sometimes we might beat ourselves up because a certain aspect of our lives is not the way we want it. We might find ourselves becoming angry. That is the energy of when Mars is in a conjunction to Saturn. A lot of us will feel angry at the little things. So remember, stamina and patience will get you through the month, Aquarius. Now, on April 10th, we have Mercury in a square to Pluto. And this is an energy where you will be involved in a lot of deep thinking. And you could be doing a lot of deep spiritual thinking because Pluto in Capricorn is in the area of your life that can deal with spirituality. So you might find yourself doing a lot of deep spiritual thinking. Or you might find yourself in a situation where you just want to be by yourself doing your spiritual work. But there is something else that's pulling you to speak about it. So you might have a challenge between doing the work and talking about the work, the spiritual work, around the 10th. On the 12th, we have Jupiter in a conjunction to Neptune. You will find yourself coming up with abstract ideas about how to bring in additional income around that time. And then on the 17th, when Mercury is in a sextile to Venus, you will find yourself thinking very lovingly and just having an overall upbeat feeling about your finances as it relates to your home and your family life. Okay, which is really great. And it's also a great time for you to relax and unwind. You might look at your finances and say, okay, I feel good about that. And then you'll look at your home and your family environment and you'll say, I feel good about that. So that's the energy of how you will probably be feeling. A lot of you, Aquarius, will be feeling around the 17th. Now, on the 18th, we have Mercury in a conjunction to Uranus. This is a time where you will want to add excitement into your home and family environment. Now, it's not a really great time for doing any detailed projects around your home because you will be easily distracted. So when Uranus is involved, it's not a good time for doing any detailed work. It is a time for exploring, doing something exciting, something spur of the moment, okay? On the same day, you have Venus in a sextile to Uranus, and this continues the energy of your need for fun and excitement as it relates to your home and your family environment. But it is a great day for finances, so you could very well have an unexpected windfall of money because Venus is in Pisces in your area of your life that deals with finances. So it's a great day for you to play games of chance if you are into that. Now, on April 24th, you have Mercury in a square to Saturn, and it's happening between your home and family area and your house of self, which deals with your self-image. You might find yourself being overcome with negative thoughts about your self-image or about your home environment. So remember to try to throw out the negative thinking and focus more on doing the mental work. And when I say mental work, I'm talking about having the thought pattern that will help you to manifest the self-image you want. Having the thought pattern that will help you manifest the home environment that you want. So this is a good aspect for doing the mental work, but you need to throw out the negative thinking because this is an aspect that will have everyone prone to negative thinking. Okay, so on April 27th, we have Mercury in a sextile to Jupiter. It is a great day for planning your future as far as your finances and your home environment is concerned. It's a great day for visualizing what you hope for as far as your finances and your home. And it's also a great day for socializing within your home as well. Now, on the 28th, we have Mercury in a trine to Pluto. This is a great time for you to ask for favors as it relates to something you're working on behind the scenes or something you're working on at home. Okay? And then we end the month with Venus in a conjunction to Jupiter. It is a day of harmony and happiness. It is a day where you will find yourself increasing your wealth. You might come up with ways to increase your wealth. And it's a great way to end the month for every sign with Venus in a conjunction to Jupiter. It's one of the best days of the year for a lot of signs. So let's go on to the next sign. So now we are focusing on Pisces Sun and Pisces Rising. So let's see what is in store for Pisces for the month of April. So Pisces, the focus for you is going to be on your self-image, your outlook on life, and also There's a lot of activity happening in Taurus, and for you, this is your area of your life that deals with communication, transportation, short distance travel, your interaction with your close neighbors and friends, and maybe siblings and cousins. So that is going to be your focus. Your focus is going to be on yourself and your siblings. It's going to be on yourself and the way you communicate this month, things of that nature. So let's look closer at what's going on. So you start the month off with the sun in a conjunction to Mercury in your area of life that deals with finances. So you will find yourself thinking about finances, communicating about finances. You might find yourself traveling a short distance to open up an account related to your finances. But you will be very mentally alert to anything dealing with finances at the start of the month, and you will be very adaptable as far as your finances are concerned. Now, on April 4th, we have Mars in a conjunction to Saturn. And this is happening in the area of your life that can deal with what you do behind the scenes. It can deal with your spirituality, things of that nature. It can also deal with a little bit of, some of you might be involved in some type of blackmail. Somebody could be trying to blackmail you, or you could have someone who's in the hospital and you have to visit them in the hospital. But anyway, there's so many different ways this aspect can play out. But this aspect is asking you to build up your stamina and patience. It's asking everyone of every sign to build up your stamina and your patience. Under this aspect, a lot of wars have broken out. So just remember that around the 4th, it's all about stamina and patience for everyone of every sign. It's just that for you, it's concentrated in the area of your life that can deal with spirituality, the area of your life that can maybe deal with imprisonment, jails. It can deal with secret enemies, things of that nature. So just remember, patience and stamina are going to get you through this month. Now, let's move on and look at April 12th. April 12th, you have Jupiter in a conjunction to Neptune, and it's happening in your house of self. So this is a great day where you might feel spiritually good about yourself, and you might come up with abstract ideas about how you want to change your self-image around the 12th of the month. Now, on April 17th, we have Mercury in a sextile to Venus. And this is a day where you are going to feel very fun-loving. You're going to be communicating in a very fun-loving and friendly manner. And a lot of you will find yourself finding ways to relax and unwind. So for Pisces, this is a great day for you to get a massage. It's a great day for you to do some type of pampering for yourself. Okay. Now, on the 18th, you have the sun in a square to Pluto. And you have to remember, under this aspect, you can tend to see ego conflicts break out between people. So for you, this is not a good day to mix finances and friendship. Because what's going on is you have the sun in Aries in your second house, which deals with finances, and you have Pluto in Capricorn in your 11th house, which can deal with friendships. So this is a day where mixing friendship and money will have its challenges on that day. Okay. And let's see here. On April 27th, we have Mercury in a sextile to Jupiter. This is a great day for talking about your future plans. This is a great day for visualizing your future plans for yourself. And it's a great day for socializing as well for a lot of Pisces. And on the 27th, also, you have Venus in a conjunction to Neptune. And this is a time where you are going to have more compassion for the things you tell yourself, the way you see yourself, the way you view yourself. This is a day where you will tend to bond on a deeper level with others, and you will tend to have an appreciation for where you are in life. Okay, and then you end the month with Venus in a conjunction to Jupiter. So this is an aspect where harmony and happiness is going to be the overall energy for every sign. So pretty much everyone is going to end the month on a great note in some form or fashion. So that's everything I have for you for this month. I'm going to end the video with talking about a retreat that we're putting together in September. But everybody enjoy this month of April. How in the hell did that? We will be doing chakra exercises, energy healing, and you will get to experience all of the temples at this sacred site. Join us in September. I look forward to seeing you.
Greetings, everyone. Looking behind me, you can see a dreary, overcast day. I came to give you a message about our trip in September. The dreary, overcast day is very similar to what many of us are feeling on our spiritual path. Walking the sacred sites in New Mexico and various other places changes that. It brings a light and enthusiasm. The sunshine comes out in your spiritual path, to your spirit, to your understanding of who you are and what is lying before you. So, thinking about September, I hope to see you there. Take care.